Hey again, this is Rob. This is step 3 in my devlog on the terrain rendering system. So what we're looking at here is the same set of tiles, very similar to the way that this was rendered before. I've removed the camera helper so you can't see the edges of the view frustum. But so as I move this around now, let me just go into kind of free mode. You'll see that this continues to walk just like it did before, but when it walks, you don't see a big jump. And you'll note that this thing now seems to be showing some sort of like contiguous structure under there, right? Look how I can show more of this structure, this texture, rather than having the whole texture move around like it was one big block before. What is going on here? Well, every time the blocks move, we update that camera, the orthographic camera that frames this perfectly, and then we render a new depth map from the terrain, which is actually up above us. So while it looks like we're showing like different parts of one big texture, this is actually just producing the new texture on the fly, and everything lines up perfectly so that it doesn't seem like things are moving. It seems like there's this one contiguous texture that's sort of, you're like looking through a window at it. What does that mean? Well, when you go down into like a first-person perspective, let me see if I can get myself into a good first-person perspective here. That'll work. Let me just back up here. What that means is, as we move forward, you see the little blocks appearing in the distance, right? But the stuff that's right at your feet doesn't seem to move at all. It turns out that these are different pixels of a different texture on different geometry, but it's just all very carefully worked so that you can't detect any change. For anybody who's curious about what exactly is going on here, this is a RGB packed float. And if some of you guys are really astute, you will see these little contour lines. Yeah, those are the terrain. That's the height map. But you can see now that I'm actually able to like walk past these things infinitely, which is important.